Let's set up the checkpoint next. We're going to go to the plus again. We'll go to our tile set default. And you have an option for checkpoint. Checkpoint is basically the idea behind it is when the player crosses it, that's going to be the last point the player went to. So if the player has to reset or respawn somewhere, then you can have them set to this point. Go ahead and click on the checkpoint tile image here. And on our tile types, you can click on the checkpoint right there. Alright. On the description for it, let's go ahead and just call this checkpoint. And then, or the name for it. And then the description, let's say save position. In-game for player. Alright. General settings, we're going to have it visible. For the offset though, I'm going to put this behind the player. So when the player runs by it, it's actually behind the player's image on that one. Alright, we'll choose the thumbnail option here. Okay. For rotation scale, don't worry about. For the collider, we're going to turn off the collider. We want the player to be able to run through it. We're going to go down to the options for, if there was an animation for it, you would want to place the animations in here. We do have the trigger settings, so we're going to say enable this option for it. It's going to be any player at this point, because we're not being specific as to which one. Alright. And if we scroll all the way down here, we're going to get down to the very bottom. We have two options for checkpoint. We have the checkpoint settings, and the checkpoint setting is saying where do you want it where do you want the checkpoint to happen. We're saying at this position, meaning that when you cross this, this is the safe position. You have a timer based that says once you cross this, it's actually going to be incrementing every second and saving wherever you were 1 second ago. So either way, you could set it up for both of those. Alright. There's also the option to say save when triggered, meaning that if any of your objects have savable on it, then this is actually going to save the scene currently where it is. There's an effects option. The effects option is if you wanted to walk by it and then you want to have an effects of if you rendered out particle effects, explosions, or if you have some different animation that you want to play with the flag playing or anything else that you want to place with it, this would be an additional image that you could put any kind of animation to and then be able to place it in there for it. Alright, and that's all you have to do for setup for the checkpoint.